It's not about, who's the tougher man. It's about getting good work in. And it's going to be physical. I mean, that's just the way padded practices are. We're here to work and to get some quality time.
Doug Peterson kicking off practice with the Detroit Lions, a joint session between the Jags and Lions on Wednesday, the first of two practices with the two teams that are sleepers to go deep into the playoffs during this 2023 season. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Jaguars Team Hotel, and welcome to First and 10 Training Camp. I'm Brent Martineau on the road with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jags got some good work in on Wednesday, some spirited work and intense workout. We'll get to that part in just a little bit, but first things first, Doug Peterson just wanted to make sure the Jags got their work in his words, and get ready for the upcoming season. Maybe for this next preseason game, we'll see if their starters even play. But the Jags love this because they're so used to practicing against each other. They love it because the weather is so much better and conditions are better to practice in than back in the heat of Jacksonville. But overall, it looked like a good day for the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Detroit Lions.
We fly around every day, and we really bring it. So this is just a good change of scenery for us, a good change of pace, and seeing different faces, different formations, and different looks, and be able to match it up.
Yeah, that's how joint practices are, though. I mean, we're a competitive group. They're a real competitive group, and when those collide, it's a little chippy, but everybody kept the composure.
Some more notes from Wednesday's session, including a few players banged up for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Foley Fatukasi came off the field, Antonio Johnson, the rookie, and also Josh Wells dinged up. No official word from the Jaguars. The Detroit Lions lose a couple receivers during the session, star one St. Brown and Jamison Williams. And Saturday's game, the preseason game, after a work like Wednesday, it really starts to make you wonder if the Jags first teamers will even play in preseason game number 2. Now, I mentioned a spirited and intense workout. Really, the story on Wednesday was Calvin Ridley and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the former Florida Gator. Gardner-Johnson for the Lions, he was talking a lot of trash. Calvin Ridley welcomed it, talked right back. Trevor Lawrence got involved with it as well. Tank Bigsby, too. It was quite the exchange on Wednesday morning.
Oh, man, Cal go back 7-on-7 high school. There you go. 7-on-7. We go back.
He's a good player, man, but he just talked to them.
Facts.
The Jaguars putting this clip out on social media, and you can see the jawing going back and forth. It did not stop there between players. Ridley got the better of the Lions, though. He scored on an 80-yard touchdown, and that really highlighted the day. One of the other highlights of Wednesday, it was a reunion for so many players, and that includes former Jags receiver Marvin Jones catching up with current Jags receiver and former Marvin teammate Zay Jones. This was a fun thing to monitor as so many players knew each other from each team. Action Sports Jax Stuart Weber here in Detroit has more on that part of the story.
They say the NFL is a fraternity, more like a family, especially in joint practices like this between the Jaguars and Lions. You've got players like Jamal Agnew, who used to play for Detroit. Devine Ozigbo used to be in Jacksonville. And then, how about Marvin Jones? The ultimate example was with the Lions, then with the Jaguars, and now back for a second stint with Detroit.
It's a brotherhood for sure, and that's what the NFL is all about. Obviously there's a big chance that you would always, go to another team, and even being back here, there's some guys that, when I left, they're still here, and vice versa. So coming out here and seeing all my people, from Jacksonville is great.
This is my first year in the NFL, not being on the same team as Marvin, so he's obviously a great player, great leader, great mentor for me. Like a big brother. Be back here in Detroit, I've seen all the old friends and stuff. I mean, obviously still friends, but it's good to be back.
Before and after practice, it's a very friendly scene, but between those whistles, these guys are going at it and going at it hard. Yeah, they may be former teammates, but there are jobs on the line for both teams as training camp rolls on. For now, at the Lions practice facility, Stuart Weber, Action Sports Jax.
Rookie Anton Harrison got to know second-year player Aidan Hutchinson a little bit. How that matchup went, we catch up with Harrison coming up on First and 10 Training Camp. And Asher Grodman is here in Detroit. A very interesting story. Obviously, the actor is a big Jags fan. He's from New Jersey. His family grew up Lions fans. He chose the Jags. Well, all the worlds met on Wednesday here in Detroit. We'll be back on First and 10 Training Camp.
I did see that. I did see that. I need it as a GIF too on my phone. I seen the video though.
A fun exchange on Wednesday afternoon with Andre Sisco, the Jaguars safety, whose eyes were wide after Nathan Rourke made that tremendous play on Saturday against the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome back, everybody, to Detroit, Michigan. I'm Brent Martineau, 1st and 10 training camp. We're outside the Jaguars team hotel, and so much going on between the Jaguars and Lions, two teams predicted to do very well in this 2023 season. One of the storylines of the week, Trayvon Walker, last year's first overall pick, and Aidan Hutchinson, the second overall pick. Jags took Walker, the Lions took Hutchinson. Well, we got an interesting matchup on Wednesday. It was Hutchinson against this year's first-round draft pick of the Jaguars, Anton Harrison, and we got a chance to catch up with the Jags rookie.
It's been going good, trying to get better every day, grow from the last day, so trying to stay in the film and grow.
Did you get a chance to soak in that debut at all? You get a lot of text, phone calls, and enjoy that?
Definitely. Talked to my family a lot, my friends, teammates, just be able to soak in first time putting on that uniform, being out there with the guys, so that was great. I was really excited for the moment, ready for the next one.
You really looked like you played well, did your job pretty well, and did you feel that way, and does that give you comfort, kind of knowing, hey, I can do this at this level?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Confidence is always big. I try to stay in my head, always trying to get better, keep going. So just going out there and doing what I did Saturday, trying to grow from that is always the plan.
This was pretty intense out here today for a practice, wasn't it?
It definitely was, but it's great work.
How about going against Hutchinson a couple of times? Obviously, he's a top pick from last season. What was that matchup like for you today?
It was great. It was a guy that in the film you got to watch. You know he's a dominant player, a good player. So just trying to watch him, study his game, and then get out here and get better. So going against him, trying to work new things, work old things, just hone my craft against a great player like that.
Last one. How much education is going on a daily basis for you? How much are you learning just each and every day?
A lot. I'm trying to learn any chance I can from anybody, my coaches, my teammates, anybody that I can, so definitely a lot.
We're just getting started here in the Detroit area. We've got coverage all week long, and then on Saturday, full coverage, countdown to kickoff, game time on Fox 30 at 1 o'clock, and then post-game coverage as well. And it's a big football week back in Jacksonville because high school football begins. We catch up with a Lion that used to be a Bear in the high school ranks. That story's still to come. Plus, there's a look at Tony Baselli and Mark Brunell, former Jags teammates. Of course, Baselli hanging out with the Jags, Brunell, a quarterbacks coach for the Detroit Lions.
Coach Sutherland built a long-lasting legacy at Bartram Trail, and he built a program that's going to last beyond his years there. And I think that Coach Johns is going to do a great job taking it over, and I'm really excited to see what they do.
So much fun to catch up with Brad Cecil. Used to play for Bartram Trail, then USF, and is now an undrafted rookie free agent with the Detroit Lions. Welcome back, everybody. 1st and 10 training camp. I'm Brent Martineau outside the Jags team hotel in Detroit, Michigan. High school football starts this week. Not for real, but it's kind of a teaser leading into next week's real start back in Northeast Florida. Action Sports Shack's Marcel Robinson with more on the high schoolers.
With the high school football season countdown finally coming to an end, we get our first look at the new beginning for a lot of coaches in the area. For the players that have dreams of playing in the pros, the opportunity to play for a head coach that has experience on the highest level is quite a bonus.
Yeah, we're definitely excited. You know, I feel like everyone motivation stepped up since he's came in, and everyone's just been working harder and harder every day, getting better. He expects more. The bar is so much higher now.
It's fun to be around. They bring a different mood to the room when they step in the room because we know they've been where we want to go. So we just try to push ourselves to be better than them.
Definitely more wins this year. More team camaraderie. I think we're just looking a lot better all around, all across the board. A lot more athletes coming in ready to make plays. Just more entertaining experience.
Does a great coach have to have professional experience? Of course not. I mean, Bill Belichick never played a snap after college, and he seemed to turn out all right. That being said, the time these coaches have spent with the best of the best will serve as valuable lessons to pass down to the next generation. Let's go back to you.
It is almost here. We'll have the Friday Night Blitz, a preview show coming up on Friday this week, 10:30, of course, on Fox 30. That's going to do it for a Wednesday night. Back at it on Thursday from Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for watching the 1st and 10 training camp, everybody. Always on the road with the Jacksonville Jaguars.